What is up, everyone? I hope you are having a fantastic day. The video you're about to watch is a metal detecting trip I went on to meet up with Vic Tucker up in Virginia. It took me a few hours to drive out to his location. I wanted to say thanks, Vic, for the invite. In this video, we're metal detecting around a home that was built in the late 1800s. Found a lot of cool stuff, and one of the finds you'll see, it was so unexpected that we were kind of laughing about it because it didn't really settle in that it was real. It kind of did after a while, and as I thought about it and looked at it, I'm like, yeah, I think this is the real deal. So you're about to see something that is an extremely rare and historic find for in the United States. So you'll see that in the video here just a bit. I'm not going to ramble on too much longer here, but really quickly before I get the video started, I just wanted to show you guys, this is just a little display I did here in the farmhouse to show off my silver YouTube play button. I had purchased this old beat up rustic chair for like $8 at a local kind of like an antique shop where they have a bunch of different vendors that sell things, and it still had this kind of, somebody upholstered this cushion at some point. That's obviously not super old, but you can see it here. It's just a really beat up old chair, and I just used that as a display to show the contrast between the old and new, and that's how I display my play buttons. So anyway, working on the display here of some of the metal detecting finds and stuff like that, so I'll show that when it's all finished. But as for now, we'll get to the video. I hope you guys enjoy. Alrighty, my first good target right here. I've dug some scrap. This was about 4 inches deep down in the clay. It looks like I got me a 25-cent play coin. Or at least I'm assuming that's what it is because it's a thin aluminum. I don't think it's a token. I think it's an old play coin. Go ahead and drop that. Vic just found this wheat penny about 4 inches down. It's in rough shape. I think it's 1946, might be 36. But we got some finds, so we're gonna keep working it. The ground's so mineralized and there's so much trash here, the pinpointer just goes off in every section of your hole. It's a little tricky, but the goodies are down there. So here we have the play quarter cleaned up. It is from 1963. You can see it says Uncle Sam on it, so that's probably a lesson to teach the kids that if you don't pay your taxes, Uncle Sam will send people with guns to your house to haul you off to jail. So a good reminder for everyone to pay your taxes. Or not. This right here is how you don't want to dig trash. Look at that, that root grew right through it. And there, I finally snapped it off. That was crazy how it grew right through there, but it's just a piece of aluminum trash. Not sure what it is though. You know, weird. I just dug right here, I just dug a 1966 dime, just missed silver by 2 years on that. So there's stuff here and we're gonna keep hunting. Alrighty, well this is gonna pay for today's gas money. There's a couple dollars worth of brass right there. Old brass spigot. That's a huge one. Never found one complete that's that big before. That's crazy. Overload signal. I thought it could have been a cap gun or something. You just never know. Gotta dig it. Alright, Vic got a really big signal close to the surface, literally right there. Check that out. He got some kind of awesome old buckle here. It's probably 20th century, but it's really cool. I'm not sure if it's some kind of old kid's buckle. Doesn't seem like the highest of quality, but we'll have to clean it up, see what design is on it. That's a pretty neat relic right there. Nice find. Alright, we're going to finish doing this live because this is pretty cool. This is probably going to be pre-World War II. It has to be.
Swastika there.
But yeah, it's got the swastika on it. It's got some German on it. It looks like the same design is on one of the silver coins that I found in the past. So this is a pretty crazy buckle.
Get that spray. Actually cleaning up pretty good.
It is cleaning up pretty good. It's got a lot of that
I guess
silver
that's
left
German.
on it.
You can tell what.
Yeah.
Tell what it says.
That is sweet though. We'll have to definitely do some research on that. I don't know if
wouldn't think it would be a kid's.
Yeah, unless it might just be a, you know, like a pre-World War II.
Or it could be a soldier.
It could be that too. Yeah. If this is an actual legit German belt buckle, that would be
sure
amazing.
Somebody, one of your viewers will know.
Oh, somebody. Yeah, by the time this is posted, somebody already have commented.
Probably.
But sweet. That is awesome right there. That's probably going to be the best relic of the day. Alright, we're going to get back to hunting. Sweet find. Okay, so you can see from that clip that while I was filming, I was almost in complete denial that that could have actually been a German belt buckle from World War II. But as soon as I had turned the camera off and I just had a second to think about it, I was thinking, it's got the swastika on it, it has the eagle, and it has the German verbiage at the top. There's no way it can't be from World War II. And I also knew that a lot of the German belt buckles, if not most of them, were made out of aluminum. A lot of the World War II relics were actually aluminum. So the more I thought about it, I'm like, I really think that's a legitimate World War II belt buckle, probably brought home by a veteran who served in the war. So what it is, that is actually a Hitler Youth belt buckle, and the verbiage at the top says Blut und BLUT space UND space EHRE, which stands for blood and honor. So right now I'm going to insert a clip of what one would have looked like before it was under the ground for many years. And there you have it. It is a Hitler Youth belt buckle from World War II, probably brought home by a veteran. Absolutely amazing find. Can't believe that came out of the ground, and I was really happy to document it. Okay, Vic has an identical signal, only about a foot away from the last one, so we're going to do it live just in case it's another one, but probably not. But if it is, that would be crazy. It's deeper than, is it deeper than the other one?
Yeah, I believe
so. It's probably just trash then. We'll find out though.
So hard to pinpoint.
Yeah, the ground's so mineralized here, the pinpointers are almost useless unless you get close to your target. This clay is so hard here, except for where the moles...
And this is my friend's yard, so...
Yeah, right. Except for where the moles have already dug, it's like really soft. Something tells me this is not going to be another buckle.
No, I don't believe so.
Watch, it's going to be a silver plate. Yeah, it's way down there.
Yeah, it's probably nothing.
Are you digging up their utility lines? Is this still down there?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I hear it.
Jar full of Morgans.
Mason jar lid. Yo, I called it! Woo! I called that one. I heard that crunch. I know that sound of that crunching porcelain.
It's a ball.
Ball jar.
Yep. That's the way it goes.
Now maybe this is a trash pit. Maybe they pitched that buckle out. So I wasn't joking about somebody having potentially pitched that World War II belt buckle into the trash pit. You just never know what happened due to the ideological battles that World War II made everyone face, and it's possible that a veteran could have brought it home and thrown it out at a later time, or you never know if maybe that veteran passed away and somebody else in the household didn't want any of the symbolism regarding World War II, like the swastika, to be in the household. So it's a controversial thing to this day for people to even talk about and discuss and use the terminology behind, which is why I have so far in this video bleeped out some of the verbiage that is flagged by YouTube. So you just never know, and I wasn't joking about it potentially being purposely thrown out in that trash pit. This is what we call professional extraction in the thick clay. 2 harmonica reeds, and he didn't even break one.
Concrete dirt.
Yeah, didn't even break one. How do you find 2 reeds but not the actual harmonica? Is it still in there?
It might have been. It was a harmonica of that German soldier, because that's where I found the buckle. The German soldier was sitting here playing his harmonica, and he fell over and died, and his belt buckle was there. Harmonica laid here. Yeah. Now I got to find his gold coin over there.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Alrighty.
You mean his aluminum German coins? They'll be all crusty.
That's right, yeah.
Alright, we'll get back at you. We obviously found the trash pit, so we'll probably dig around here a little bit. Alright, I dug one of them funky signals in the trash pit area here. Thankfully I didn't break it. Ooh,
it might be.
It's plated, but it's got a nice design on it. Who knows, probably one of the old Rogers one, but yeah, it's complete. There you go. Now we got the soldier spoon.
Hey, that's it.
Add to the collection.
That's exactly right.
He was eating back here.
Yep.
Now we just need his coins.
Yep.
Alright, we'll keep looking. So there's a quick look at the spoon cleaned up. It's nothing too fancy, but a decent design on there. Now, it's a brand I don't think I've ever found before. It says Viceroy Plate, USA. Haven't looked it up yet, so if you know the age of it, please comment below. But maybe that's right around the World War II period also. Alright, and this hard packed clay, about 4 inches down, I actually just popped an old coin. And man, that thing is beyond crusty. I hope it's an Indian head, but it could just be an older wheat penny. Rang up around 81 on the T2, which is in between Indian head and wheat, so that could be a worn wheat or an Indian head, but I don't know how well that's going to clean up, but I'll give it a shot. It's definitely not zinc, I can tell you that. Old coin for sure. Just pretty close to the trash pit. The signals sound like crap in through here in this hard packed clay, but there's a few things down there. Well, it did clean up a little bit. It is incredibly corroded. It is an Indian head. You can see the feather tips and the bust there. The date is kind of legible. I'm not 100% certain on it. It kind of looks like maybe 1895, 1896, something in that range. But old Indian head penny. It's pretty crusty, but there's got to be more down there. We'll keep at it. So after this Indian head penny was exposed to the air and cleaned off a little bit, you can see it just turned out in very poor condition, extremely corroded from the acidic soil, and the date just kind of magically disappeared. But from the best I can see, until it kind of dried off, I believe it was like something from the 1890s, like 1895 or 6. But still an old Indian head penny. Happy to have it, even in crusty, terrible condition. Well guys, what do you think? Is that silver? It's really thin, but it's kind of tarnished. It doesn't look like aluminum. I can only hope on that one. I found some weird pieces of silver before. I don't see, it's not anything that's plated, so this is either aluminum or silver. It's got that black tint to it, almost like tarnished silver. I'll have to get some tinfoil on it and spit on it, see if it smells like rotten eggs. But I will have to let you know on that one. May just be junk, but kind of peculiar. Okay, we're way in the back. Vic says you got a cap gun. Yes, he does. You think the barrel's missing, or did you chop it off?
I haven't even looked.
Oh, it's got the bowl on it. That's sweet. Man, the hammer's still on it, and the trigger. I've never found one with both the hammer and the trigger, but missing the barrel.
Hey, we just had the soldier's gun.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why he lost the war. He had a cap gun.
His barrel fell off. It blew off. Yeah. He had a backup.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's a sweet find. Nice. All right, way in the backyard here. There's a look at the back of the house. And I just got a dog tag. Vic got one earlier that was from 1978. You can see at the top there, that's going to say 1965 Virginia male dog. 1965. Pretty neat relic there. Moving on. So here we have the dog tax license cleaned up. You can see it's from 1965 and says Virginia male dog. And now a lot of people may not know, but on a lot of the old dog tax licenses, it actually said dog tax. Now I think they scrubbed that verbiage sometime roughly around the 1960s as a psychological measure so that people didn't realize that they were actually paying a tax to own their dog. So on a lot of the newer tags, actually all of them that I know, generally post 1960s or around in there, they say dog license rather than dog tax on them. And I found a lot of the older ones from the 1920s through the 1950s that say dog tax on them, because that's exactly what these are. It's a symbol showing that you paid a tax to own your dog. Alrighty guys, we've been over this spot like a million times. The ground is so hard packed and dry. We're digging all them relics around here, and just randomly I was swinging through one more time and I hit a couple signals. There's like a smearing trash signal right here, and there was a high 89 to 92 signal off the edge of it coming in real strong, about 3 inches down here in the thick clay, and I got what looks to be a silver rim. Now the ground is actually so hard I can't even get that out with my finger, so I'm gonna have to take the shovel in behind it to loosen it up. We're gonna pry it just like that there. And Oh yeah, it looks like the edge of a Merc. I think I can see the lettering on the bottom of it. Oh, it's a Merc. That's a beauty.
Yeah.
The silver lasts in the clay. The bronze and copper coins obviously don't. The 1942. I can't believe how clean that looking that is, though. Wow. All right, that's a beauty. I'll hit it with some water real quick, and I'll set it in the car. Yeah, go for it. Get the foo-foo juice out. Man, look how shiny that is. Hit the back there. It's a little worn, got some wear on it, but man, that is so clean. Not stained or nothing. Sweet. Alrighty. On the board with some silver. So here we have the beautiful 1942 90% silver Mercury dime. And for some contrast, I put it next to the corroded Indian head penny to show you in extreme soil conditions how dramatic the difference can be between finding a silver coin and a bronze or copper coin. Quite the difference of how they age under the ground over the years. But an absolutely beautiful silver Mercury dime. I'm happy to have it, and I'm going to have to look at this one closely with a magnifying glass because the last 2 in the date looks a little bit funny, like almost like it's smudged. So I got to check that to make sure it's not one of the rare 1942/41 over dates, which is a pretty rare coin. So that one needs a little bit more investigation, but other than that, we'll get back to the hunt. Well, I dug the smearing signal out that was next to the silver, and this is the signal that was kind of blocking the silver. I pulled the silver out right here. Man, the sun just came out. I pulled the silver out right there. You go over about 5 inches. I didn't pop it yet. It's old Clorox bleach cap. That was covering that Merc up. Happy to have this and the Merc. Junk isn't so bad when you find a silver with it. Before I show what Vic just dug up, look at the size of this tree. That is enormous. And this over here is about the size of like a 70-year-old tree trunk, and it's one of the limbs. It's absolutely amazing. Try to get up under here, show up from this angle. I mean, it's just one of the biggest trees I've ever seen. It's still in good shape. It's not rotted out or anything. All right, let's see what Vic got here. Got a wheat penny. Ooh, that one looks better than the other ones. Got a date on that one, 1945. We found the little World War II era hangout here. A lot of stuff from the 40s. Right on, another Wheatie. That's his third one. I didn't get one yet. I got an Indian though.
You're about to lose your cap.
Uh-oh. Clorox cap didn't make it in my pouch. There we go. Okay, had another good coin signal isolated here. Thought I might be onto another silver dime. Got a penny in the hole. I'm not sure if that's going to be a wheat or a... Man, you can see how hard this ground is. Can't even get under it. See if it's a wheat or a memorial. Oh, it's high relief. It's a memorial though. Yeah, that's definitely high relief. So 1959 to 1968. I'll clean it up later. And there it is. It's a 1967. Hey, here's Vic's amazing spill. He got a harmonica that's plastic, so probably some kind of kid's toy. I don't know, from what, the 60s, 70s, 80s, who knows, but it was in the hole with a clad quarter, 1971. You gotta check that hole again. You might be into a honey hole here. Yeah. Little kid's loot.
No.
Yeah, this ground's so hot though. I wouldn't be surprised if you pull 5 nails out of there too. We'll get back at you if there's anything else in there. All right, Vic's got a nice complete tube here he unrolled. It says score something rather.
Score with the ladies. Make your hair
there you go.
12% thicker.
Makes your hair 12% thicker. There you go.
Not 13%, 12%.
Exactly 12. Oh, it's got a patent number. So you can look it up. U.S. patent number 3,101,301. I think that's what that is. All right, there you go. Somebody look that up and tell me when it's from. I'm guessing, I'm going 1970s on that one. Could be older. I'm going early 70s. All right, we are at another location. Check out this old stadium seating here. Pretty interesting place that I mapped out. And look at the size of this big open field. I have no idea if it's been graded over the years. You can tell there's a lot of different, it's a little bit wavy. There's an old ball field over here, but there's signals everywhere, so not sure if it's all going to be modern yet or if we're going to be able to get on some oldies, but my first repeatable signal, it sounded really good. I just got 35 cents in the same hole. Been here about a minute. Signals everywhere. So maybe we'll pull out some jewelry. All right, it looks like the curse wasn't broken today. I didn't dig this, Vic got it, but we're on the board with a 59 Memorial today. So we're still working around here. Haven't got too much yet. A lot of groundwork, but this gives us some hope. But it's impossible to tell if this was dropped recently or, you know, like 50, 60 years ago. Who knows? We'll keep looking. Okay, here's the big field here. I'm walking up this back portion that looks like there's some picnic tables up here, so I'm just kind of scouting it out, seeing what's up here. And as I'm walking up this gravel road, you got a nickel right here. 2001. Been run over a few times. All right, let's see what it looks like up here. Kind of crazy up here. This park is fenced off as far as you can't bring a vehicle up here anymore, and that's been here for a minute. We've got this big parking lot, I assume, where they used to have the parking for the events down in the field there. Really not much left up here now, except for us. Alright, I'm just walking around the edge of the parking lot here. On the parking lot I found a zinc penny and a copper penny from 1982. Look at the edge of this. There is just trash that you wouldn't expect being on the surface here. There's old style pull tabs like this. That style there, that's like 1970s. You got that. You got another one there that's a little bit newer, like 1980s-ish. The old Sprite bottle cap, I believe that's probably early 90s or 1980s. Just trash from 30, 40-year-old trash just lying on the surface all over the place. So this would have been a happening spot for a long time. If this is just what's on the surface, thinking there may be some silver down in the woods here next to the field, because this probably hasn't been manipulated like the field has been over the years. But I'm sure there's tons of trash in there too. You can see all the glass. It all looks like, you know, semi-modern glass though. But man, if I lived close by, this would definitely be a place to explore a lot better. Might poke around down there in the woods for a second to see what it's like. But yeah, crazy. There are just old pull tabs and stuff all washed through here. And check that out. They're just laying on the top back in here. Old school Mountain Dew bottle. That ain't super old. It's probably 1980s there. Just lying right here in the ditch. There's probably tons of trash back here. What do you say? Should we keep that one? It's a cool complete Mountain Dew bottle. Not super old. We're talking 25, 30 years probably. Modern. Just kind of modern screw top. Golf ball. I ain't picking everything up. Yeah, look at this. That's an old style Pepsi bottle right there. Oh my gosh, the amount of trash in through here. I'll set my bottle aside here. You got a shoe. That's been there a minute. A whiskey bottle. I don't think we'll be bringing the metal detector back here. It's going to light up like a Christmas tree. Some kind of end of a light bulb. Another golf ball. Busted up jars. Even more glass back here. Some tin. Right there, pieces of tin. Maybe there was even a homeless camp back here at one point. That's busted. That one doesn't seem too old. You can tell this washes out when it rains. Might see some interesting stuff exposed just walking up here. What's this? A lid. Ooh, a baseball mitt, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. A little baseball glove embedded down in there. Another bottle. And a planner. This is crazy how much stuff is back here. I bet they blocked this off because there was too many drug deals and stuff happening back here, because it's a very low visibility area. I bet they had a lot of problems back here. Alright, well, that's going to be it for our little trek back here. I'm not going to be metal detecting back here. It's just be mostly a modern trash pit. Be like a needle in a haystack trying to find old coins and stuff back here. So maybe from the area we'll try it again another time. So one thing I didn't tell you guys is before we went to our next location, my car broke down and I went with Vic in his truck. I'm parked here now waiting for AAA. The person here at the auto shop that I'm at said that my alternator went, but it also sprayed something sprayed fluids all over the front of my engine. And it's hot and humid, and the wait was like an hour and a half. I've been out here a half hour already waiting. So long trip home, about 170 miles in a tow truck. That's not going to be fun, but I got a premium membership, so I got a 200-mile tow once a year, and I haven't used any, so at no cost to me. So I dodged a bullet on that one, but I'm waiting here. There's a place up the road called Biscuitville I tried walking to. They are closed, so I can't eat there. I want to find somewhere to get a cold drink, so it looks like I'm down to a gas station for food and drink. So I'm here waiting, trying to pass some time, waiting for the tow truck. And yeah, I ain't gonna keep rambling. I'll see you in a minute. I walked to a gas station to get some Gatorade because it is so hot and humid out here. And you got a surface find. Yeah, 1981 copper penny while I'm waiting for the tow truck. So I got some good news and I got some bad news. First, the bad news is I've been waiting for my tow truck for almost 2 hours, and I heard that they had to take someone to another city before he comes and picks me up, so I could be here for over 2 hours. The good news is I found another penny. It is a 1973 copper special runover edition. Let's keep doing some urban hunting. Gotta be more around here. Well, it's confirmed. I'm gonna be here over 2 hours. They said about a half hour to 45 minutes yet, and I've already been here almost 2 hours. The good news is, I just found a ball bearing. There's a couple bolts on the ground too, and not bolts, nuts, but I didn't pick them up. I don't need any nuts. But picked up this ball bearing. I was hoping it was gonna be a marble, but nope. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention I found this pack of screws. Well, maybe I saved somebody's tire. That's my good deed for the day. So this is going to be a brief recap from a very successful hunt today. I had a good time. I wanted to say thanks again for Vic to inviting me out to that home permission. And then after we got done hunting there, I took Vic over to a park that I had mapped out previously. So anyway, at that abandoned park, we didn't stay much longer than about an hour. It was really hot out and it was about time to go. And these are the modern-ish coins that I found at the park. The oldest coin I found there was from 1967. So I found an assortment of modern to semi-modern coins. I found this old piece of threaded copper that I thought was interesting enough to show. I'm not sure what that's off of. But at the home permission, we dug loads of scrap today. And that's just all the small stuff right there. But anyway, back at the park, there's my Mountain Dew bottle I'll clean up. But I believe that's just about as old as I am. I was born in 1988, and he's getting a little rough like myself. I got a receding hairline, and he's got some peeling paper around the edges there, so we're both in about the same shape. But anyway, for the more interesting finds, for the coin bits and stuff at the main permission, I got that dog tax. I got only 2 modern coins, or semi-modern coins there, 1966 dime and a 1971 penny. We got the Indian head, the old 1960s play coin, and once again, the absolutely stunning, beautiful 1942 silver Mercury dime. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the next adventure. Take care, and happy treasure hunting. We'll see you soon. Bye.